and then we don't want to go beyond that hour. So let us get straight into what we want to share quickly today. And I hope you're ready to learn. Okay, so get your notes ready because we'll be talking about money, the intelligence associated with money. A lot of us know how to, we know how to make money, but very few of us know how to manage money. Right, so we'll be looking at that shortly. We're talking about that in a jiffy. Maybe I should just go over some things quickly. Yes, let me start with this part because sometimes we don't seem to get. Let's just look at this part of right. So, what is financial intelligence? For me, this is my most favorite subject matter because there is nothing you do in life that does not require some level of money. It does not require money. Money literally controls everything. Yes, money answers all things, scripture says. So you need to acquire a certain level of intelligence. We have emotional intelligence, we have business intelligence, we have different kinds of intelligence. In fact, a certain professor by the name Howard Gardner in Harvard University, he came up with a theory called the multiple intelligence. He said that we have vocal intelligence, we have spatial intelligence, we have interpersonal intelligence, we have intrapersonal intelligence, we have mathematical intelligence, and I believe very strongly that we also have what is called financial intelligence or financial FQ. We have intelligence quotient, we have FQ, financial quotient, and this intelligence varies from person to person. Okay, your bank account, your wallets, your asset portfolio is a reflection of your financial intelligence. Your asset acquisition, your bank account, your cryptocurrency wallet, or all of the asset portfolio that you have is a reflection of how financially intelligent you are. And we're looking at that shortly. And so the first definition I usually like to give people, there are many definitions though, but this one definition I like to share with people that shows how financially intelligent you are. It is this, that financial intelligence is your ability to see financial opportunities and take advantage of them. It means that we live in a world of blind people. A lot of people are blinded to opportunities because, for once, maybe they've had negative experiences, terrible experiences. And so because of the terrible experiences, it beclouds their creative thinking. It beclouds, it makes life foggy. It makes everything that comes to them suspicious, foggy, misty. And so when they see opportunities, they pass over those opportunities and they keep passing over opportunities repeatedly. One thing you notice about people also is that they prejudge. Now, you never heard of multi-level marketing before because you've had some nasty experience. Maybe your parents did that old modern multi-level marketing with products and you saw them hawk and talk to people and they didn't really succeed. And because of that experience that you heard with your parents, you decided you just jump to a conclusion. You are quick to jump to conclusions than you are to jump to opportunities. And that is very, very negative. So your ability to see financial opportunities and to take advantage of them. And let me shock you. Whenever a financial opportunity shows up, it does not show up and say, hey, I'm opportunity. It never, ever does. In fact, opportunities come disguised in work. Opportunities come disguised as challenges. Opportunities come disguised as adversity. In China, they call, anytime they see a crisis or they have a crisis, they call that crisis opportunity. In fact, it's the same word, it's the same inscription, because they've made their minds to believe that every challenge that we face has a seed of equivalent benefits. It's so problems have in them wrapped up opportunities. So Dr. Mike Murdoch says that money is the reward for solving problems. Money gravitates towards that man who solves problems. So it takes a man of vision to see opportunities. It takes a man who can see a seed and see a forest in a seed. It takes a man of vision to see a business opportunity that doesn't seem to have all the clout. Imagine if you invested in Bitcoin in 2009. You just imagine how wealthy you are. Somebody saw in 2020, when Bitcoin, 2017, a friend of mine, when Bitcoin was just barely, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin was about $4,000 in 2017. And he invested 100,000 naira in 2017, and he didn't touch that money. He let that money be. By 2021, that money had risen to 17 million naira. He just saw it, because that Bitcoin rose from that $4,000 in 2017 to close to $62,000, and now it's within 46 to 50. So even though it has dropped, he has still gained quadrupled. He has made so much money from that, seeing that opportunity. And there are many other coins and cryptos that are showing up. It takes a man of vision to see an opportunity and to take advantage of it. So investment intelligence and financial intelligence is the ability to see an opportunity and take advantage of it. Africa is backwards, and we're saying, guys, Africa needs to join the bandwagon of people who are succeeding, races that are succeeding, continents that are succeeding, and they're embracing the internet. And that's why I'm particularly in love with ecooperative.africa. E means electronic, E means the internet. Cooperative is a strong word. It means collaboration. It means synergy. It means teamwork. It means the coming together of great minds. Africa means that initiative is for Africa. The only way we can make progress in Africa is to collaborate. And they say collaboration is a new competition. So are you seizing opportunities? Let me leave you with one of the richest men in Britain's world, Sir Richard Branson. He said that whenever you hear an opportunity, he said, jump on it first, then get to understand about it later. And that's the approach I have. So what people do, a lot of people who are poor, is that they keep passing over opportunities repeatedly. And that's not what we want to go to. I want you to look at this picture. Now, this diagram has several pictures. Okay, so you're supposed to see a tree. I don't know if you have seen a tree. Write in the comment section if you have seen a tree. That obviously could be the first thing you saw. I don't know. But have you seen a gorilla? Have you seen a gorilla? What's the first thing that you saw? What did you see first? Have you seen a lion? Did you see a lion first? Or have you even seen a lion at all? Now, if you've not seen any of that, have you even seen the fish? There's a fish. There's not even one fish. There are two fishes. Two fishes. Let me show you, for those of you who don't know, let me show you where the lion is. This is where the lion is. The ear, that's the eye, that's the nose, and that's the mouth. And that's the face of the gorilla here. That's the ear, that's the eye, that's the nose. Okay? And that's the tree. Of course, you've seen the tree. That should be obvious. Then we have two fishes. We have one fish here, and we have another small fish here. Those are the two fishes. What did you see first? What did you see first? Okay. What did you see first? All right. What colors did you see? Put in the comment section what color you saw. What's the lace, the color of the lace? Like the shoelace. What's the color of the shoelace? You just say, what's the color you're seeing? What's the color of the shoe? You'll be surprised. People will come up with different colors. Now somebody will say, it's a lace for you white. If you're seeing white as a lace, I want you to write down that if you're seeing ash color as the body of the shoe, I want you to write that down. If you're seeing cotton color, I want you to see, if you're seeing a certain shade of blue as the lace, write it down. Because you see, you've got to pay attention to life, because all that we see is not all that there is. Opportunities are passing every day. The idea that opportunities comes but once is very wrong. You've got to train your eyes to see opportunities, to see beyond the mundane, to see beyond the regular, to see the forest and the seed. Because the truth is, your perception determines your limitation. How you see determines how much wealth you're going to have. Some people are looking at eCooperative and they are seeing huge potential. They're seeing great stuff in it. Some other people are not seeing as much because they're not looking well enough. This is what we're going to settle today. What is financial intelligence? Financial intelligence is your ability to increase your selling and reduce your buying. That's a strong one. To increase your selling and reduce your buying. If you see a wealthy man or a wealthy woman, he understands the fact that if I'm going to be rich, I have to always be selling. I have to always be selling because life is a huge marketplace. You are either selling or you are buying. You are either persuading or you're persuaded. You are either influencing or you're being influenced. You are either needy or you are the needed. You are either selling or you are buying. Life is a huge marketplace. There's no middle ground. So when you come to the marketplace of life, what are you selling? What are you selling? What are you selling? What are you selling? Average people, what they do when they come to the marketplace of life is they buy all the time. They buy liabilities. They buy into people's visions. They buy into people's opinions. They keep buying things and buying things and buying things, some what they even consider as luxury. Meanwhile, they buy, and they remain average. They're always giving people money and they're not taking money from anybody. But successful people, most of the time, when they come to the marketplace, they come there to sell, to sell, to sell, to sell. Because they realize what Brian Tracy said, that nothing succeeds until somebody sells. Your bank account, your crypto wallet is as a result of your not selling. Now, I've had the privilege to work with top organizations. When I go to organizations, the first thing I ask is, let me see your sales records. Let me see your sales activities. Let me see, because you see, the economic driver, every company's economic progress is dependent on their sales activity. Even in my personal life, every time I don't have money, I'm not selling. Every time I don't have money in my bank account, I'm not selling. So you see, successful people come to the marketplace, and when they come to that marketplace, they sell. Rich people sell often. They identify with a product, a system, a concept, a skill, a talent, a service that they can sell that is of value. They also identify with a product, a system, a service, a skill that they can bring to a huge marketplace. And they sell often. They sell often. And if they can, through knowledge, they find ways to automate the sales. In other words, to do it in such a way that they don't have to be physically present for that selling to continue. That is another level of intelligence. That is another level of intelligence where you sell without you physically being present. You've automated the process in such a way that whether or not you are there, you are still selling. For example, when you produce a video, a very powerful sales video, a compensation plan video, or a video promoting a product, and you put it on your sales page, and then you run Facebook ads, that is you automating your sales. When you prepare a copy, a sales copy, and then you put it on your blog, or you put it on your sales page, or you put it on your WhatsApp, and people keep going onto your Facebook page, and people keep going there to see it every now and then, or you advertise it, that is you automating your sales. When you register for an email marketing service, and then you create a lead generator, and you begin to collect data from people, and then every time because they have given you their emails, you automate the process so that you can keep showing them opportunities and teaching them and showing them. That is you automating your sales. When you create a video or create an audio that people can listen to over and over again, or use YouTube channels to sell a product over and over again, that is you automating your sales. So rich people don't just sell often, they find creative ways to automate their sales. That is financial intelligence. It matters what you sell. Now, when I talk about selling, it matters what you are selling. Now, I know that I've said sell, but you've got to be careful because the average person does this very often. Don't sell your time. Don't sell your time. A lot of people sell their time. I mean, the regular person sells their time. Is there a need for it? I'll discuss that. Is there a need for you to sell your time at some point in your life? Yes, I'll discuss that. But yeah, as a rule, for somebody who wants to be truly rich, don't sell your time. I'll tell you why you don't sell your time. Now, Benjamin Franklin was a multi-talented person. We call him the Benjamin. I mean, if you have ever had a $5 bill, that face on the $5 bill, his name is Benjamin Franklin. And look at what he said about time. He said, do not squander time. Your time is your life. So a lot of people, they will give 35 years to a civil service job or to a company, the best time, the best life, the best energy, all of that, they'll give it to that company and then expect pension, expect gratuity, which very often doesn't show up. So you don't want to sell your time in the marketplace of life. All right. So if you're ever going to give out your time for a short period of time, obviously, you're only going to do it to learn. If you're going to work for anybody, in whatever capacity, if you're going to serve anybody, if you're going to apprentice another, you just do that to learn, never to earn. If you're working in any place, realize that if you're there for so long, you are selling your time. You should be there long enough to get the expertise, long enough to get the skills, long enough to get the intelligence to go do your own thing, because your time is your life. Until you have your time, you are not free. Financial freedom is having your time. Financial freedom is having your time. And you should choose what you do with your time. Not giving your time from 9 to 9. Some of you work in Lagos. You leave very early in the morning. You are in your workplace. You finish, you come back, you're tired from Mondays to Fridays. And sometimes on Saturdays, you have to go and you really have no time for yourself. You have only 2 days. On Sunday, you go to church and you come back and life, the rat race of life continues. You don't want to do that if you're going to be successful. You don't want to do that. And here's another challenge about selling it. When you sell your time, what do you receive? You receive a salary. And guess what the salary is? It is peanuts compared to what you can truly earn. It is peanuts compared to what you can truly earn. Nobody pays you what your true value is. Nobody can do that. And that's why it's an error for you to go for a job or to work anywhere and earn a salary and think that's what you want. Even if you're earning $1 million on a monthly basis from that job, it's still peanuts compared to what you can truly earn. Because as a matter of fact, if you can earn $1 million on a particular company on a monthly basis, that means you can be your own boss. You can be your CEO. Your CEO pays you peanuts compared to what you can earn. Don't sell your time. I learned that early in my life. It helped me a lot. Helped me a lot, because one of the secrets my father taught me and has helped me and keeps helping me is this: that commission is greater than salary. It's not wrong to start to earn salary. It's not wrong, but to earn, or to rather to learn is the goal. When I get a job, is to learn. It's just to learn, to get the contact, to get the expertise, to get the experience, but never because I want. And the problem with salary is this: it is very addictive. Salary is very, very addictive. It becomes predictable. It puts you on a routine. So that whenever I have friends, I have some folks who, when they leave their job, it looks as if they're going mad, because they now know they have allowed themselves to be immersed in certain responsibilities. And so at the end of the month, they have to take care of this and that. And now they're out of the job. They're out of that job, maybe they were fired or something, and they're now thinking they're literally going mad. It's very addictive. It's like being on cocaine. The withdrawal symptoms is associated with cocaine. When you're not taking cocaine again or hard drugs anymore, the way you start shaking and jittering because you don't know, you want to have that feeling of confidence. And that feeling of confidence is a false sense of confidence, because the cocaine can be taken away from you. Your salary can be taken away from you at any time. But the change begins when you begin to realize that commission is greater than salary. That's the thing to teach your children. That's the thing for the future. That you don't necessarily have to work for people, you can work with people. And that even if you're working for anybody now, don't remember that you're just there to learn. And as a side hustle, as a part-time hustle, you should start having a commission business, a business that can start with commissions. Now, you see, the fastest way to become an entrepreneur is to be involved in a commission business. It's a business that gives you commission, is to sell. The fastest way to raise capital is not necessarily your salary, because salary won't help you raise capital, is to do a business that can get commission. You pile up the commission, and that commission becomes your capital. If I'm making any sense at all, I want you to write, you are making sense. Now, if you're going to market, because I said life is a marketplace, if you're going to go to the marketplace to sell, or maybe you're not going to sell, because I said most of the time, a lot of us who are rich people, we come here to sell. But beyond that, you want to also come to the marketplace to buy. And if you're ever going to buy in a marketplace, you want to buy cheap. You want to identify markets, you want to identify suppliers and buy cheap. So financial intelligence is your ability to identify marketplaces and suppliers who can supply you stuff at a cheap rate so you can come to another market and sell at a high rate. That's what shows your intelligence. And that's why you identify markets and suppliers that sell very cheap, they sell in the new market at a higher amount. That is a way to wealth. Now, I was talking to a billionaire one of those days, top man who sold, he told me that he has sold a particular product for close to 2 billion, that in 1 year of pushing a particular brand, he has sold close to 2 billion naira worth of that product. I had that rare privilege of sitting with him in his office, and he was sharing ideas with me. And he said, George, if you have a product you want to sell, whatever product it might be, if you have a product you want to sell, and the product you should be thinking of at least having 100% markup, because of many factors. You shouldn't have a product and that product is you're having maybe 10% or 5%. No, a lot of factors you need to think about 100% markup. So where do you identify markets? Where do you identify suppliers that can give you products at an affordable rate so that you can come to another market, all right, and sell at a very convenient height? You should be able to make at least 100%. And I was like, whoa, yeah, every business, any product you want to sell, you should be able to sell at least 100%. Made sense to me at that time, and it still does. So, some people who are in this space of seeking affordable markets, think mini importation. Mini importation means just micro importation. You begin to go online and you see information is everything. Information is everything. The secrets that the mini importation expert has is just websites and availability of markets that have cheap, affordable products or have products that are scarce. Products that are unique, products that are scarce, and products that are available, that are unique, scarce, or are cheap. So when they want to train your mini importation, basically what they do is they'll tell you, pay so and so money. I will show you suppliers. I will link you up to suppliers and to websites you can get these things at cheap. That simply is mini importation and legitimate suppliers. So you see, when you get those access to those suppliers, you get at a cheap product, you get them, you bring them to Nigeria, and then you can actually stock them in Nigeria, and then you sell them. And that also leads us to e-commerce. The business that I do, ecooperative.africa, on the 21st of September, we'll be launching the e-commerce platform. So again, I should be thinking, where, if I have raised money from the multi-level marketing part of my business, where do I source for market? Where do I source for products that are cheap? Sometimes it could be offline, there could be offline markets. Offline market. I know somebody who sells a particular set of shoes. This person goes to has a supplier who import stuff from Togo, a certain set of shoes. So this person will have connected to this offline man who is still selling offline. He doesn't understand the power of the internet. He doesn't understand the power of Facebook or WhatsApp. So she gets it at 500 naira, 800 naira, and then she can sell as much as 2,500 naira. And she goes on Facebook groups and go on WhatsApp, and a lot of people are buying from her at 1,500, 2,500 naira. She bought it at 500, 1,000 naira. She's making at least 100% on top of it because they don't have the time. And she also adds delivery for them. She has added delivery, so it's very easy. She doesn't even have to stockpile it. She gives the man money. The man has them with him. Anytime she wants, she gets the delivery person to go and do that, deliver the jobs for them. So that is you doing. So as we start off the e-commerce part of eCooperative, as we launch You want to start identifying with product. As we begin to edge towards the period, I will start teaching a lot of e-commerce, identify with certain products, put it on the e-commerce platform. You see, because automating your sales is actually putting product on the e-commerce platform on a regular basis and running adverts so that people can see it and call you. As they call you, you're making, but either they call you or they call your person who is involved in handling your calls and handling your details, and while you're still working, if you're still working a particular job. So you can do e-commerce even on a part-time with many importation. Now, I'm sure you've looked at the third word there, drop shipping. What is drop shipping? Now, what is drop? I'm just going to explain this to you so you have a simple idea of what drop shipping is, because it's a fantastic model of business. The world has gone very easy. Very, very easy. What does it mean? I'm going to give you a simple analogy, and that analogy can apply to everything that has to do with drop shipping. What does drop shipping mean? Now, I am the person who has a product I want to sell. I want to sell. So but I don't have the stock. I don't have the stock. You out there, you have the desire, the need for the product. I have a company who has a large stock, who produces and manufactures it. So what I do is reach out to my manufacturers and say, guys, I have a customer, one customer who wants to buy this particular product. But guess what? I don't want to have the stock in my house. I want you to keep the stock wherever you are, the inventory, keep it with you. So I'll pay you the money for that particular product, deliver that product from the manufacturer straight to the customer on my behalf, imprint my name on the brand as though it was me sending to them. And the manufacturers are excited to do that, and they send the product straight to the customer. That is called drop shipping. Whenever you don't keep inventory or you don't keep stock of your product and you allow the supplier or the manufacturer to move the product directly to the customer on your behalf, that is called drop shipping. And that's the new way to go. So you can be in your house without stockpiling any product at all, and the product that you want to sell can still be reaching to any customer you have in the world. The manufacturing company or the supplier will handle all that logistics. You keep making money. The customers will pay you the money. You reach out to the suppliers deliver the product on your behalf, and you make your money. So it's as easy as that. That's what drop shipping is. And so you can also apply that model in eCooperative by looking for customers. All right, you can go to my local market, for example. Take your phone, snap, have a conversation with those women, make sure they have stocks ready, snap, come on the eCooperative platform, post those pictures and the details. People reach out to you. As they reach out to you, reach out to those people, make sure that you can access those products. Either you get the buyer, the traders, to send it to the supplier, or if they don't want to do that, use what is called a delivery or logistic company. The delivery or logistic company will go there, pick the products, pay the woman, pick the product, and then take them to your customers for you. That is also a form of drop shipping. So let me move on quickly, because I don't know if we have so much time, but I hope making some level of sense. I'm giving you ideas that will help you. That is you being financially intelligent, your ability to sell and to sell at a certain level, and your ability to buy cheap and sell higher shows how financially intelligent you are. Financial intelligence is also your ability to increase your income and reduce your expenses. You've got to constantly increase your income. I don't care what you're doing or what business you're doing. You've got to keep increasing the flow of income in your life. Your income streams are important. You cannot afford to have only one income stream. You need to have multiple income streams. You need to have multiple assets. You need to keep stacking up assets and not, saying, oh, it must be just one thing. And that's why eCooperative is something you should do, because it's part of the ways of stacking up as your asset portfolio. All right. And of course, reducing your expenses. How do you increase your income? It's very easy. I've told you that increasing your income basically means you sell something, you create value, you add value. You either sell something, sell anything except your time. You add value, you create value. And then when you do that, you're going to increase your income. How do you reduce your expenses? We'll talk about that shortly. How do you reduce your expenses? We'll talk about shortly. But let's look at another definition of financial intelligence, and we'll go back to income and expenses, because this new definition of financial intelligence also helps us understand income and expenses. Financial intelligence is your ability to increase your assets and reduce your liabilities. Now, careful now. If you're writing and taking down notes, write down the word assets. What are assets? I'm sure that's an accounting word, but as a financial term, and for the purpose of this definition, I'll define asset as anything that you have, pay attention now, anything that you have that attracts money, that brings money, any business, any skill, any talent, any product, any service that you have that attracts resources is called an asset. Any talent, any product, any business, any website, any service, any skill that attracts, that brings you money is called an asset. Also, an asset is anything that has high exchange value. Anything that you possess that has high exchange value, that is called an asset. And what you want to do in your life is to increase your assets on a regular basis, because your asset increases is anything that brings income to you is an asset. So we have two kinds of assets. We have tangible assets and intangible assets. Tangible assets are things, tangible things that you have, equipment, products, tangible things that you have, your certifications, or any physical product, any equipment for hire, any landed property, any building. The Igbo man, for example, okay, what he does basically, our Igbo brothers, what they do is that they rarely ever hold cash. Now, that's another level of financial intelligence you need to understand. Financial intelligence is not just all about having liquid cash or keeping money in a bank account. You do not keep your money in the bank account. If you ask a wealthy person, a rich person, to bring out 20 million naira, he has not kept any money in a bank account, because he either owns the bank, he does not keep money in the bank. He does not keep money in a traditional bank, in a literal bank, in a fiat money bank, because of inflation, because of many forces. If you put $1 million at the beginning of the year in your bank, by now the value has gone down. Even if the value hasn't gone down, that money has reduced. So you don't store money in a traditional fiat money bank. So a sharp person will rather buy assets, and keep the money, the equivalent of that money. So he'll buy $1 million worth of crypto as an asset, or will buy $1 million worth of Facebook stocks as an asset, or buy $1 million worth of volatility index, of volatility 75, or crash and boom. He'll buy assets. He'll buy $1 million worth of gold, $1 million worth of silver, and he'll buy it and stack it up there, knowing that the value will remain the value, or at best increase in value. And if he's afraid of the volatility of the assets, because an asset can be volatile, like when I'm talking about the financial market now, he will go and buy USDT. USDT is actually like you buying dollars, just keeping it so that it's a stable coin. It doesn't move up, it doesn't move down. So you keep increasing your assets, keep buying. So a rich, successful Igbo man will go to the market and buy his goods. His goods are his asset. He doesn't keep cash. His goods are his asset. Anytime he wants money, he liquidates his assets. So you need to keep increasing your assets in life. You need to keep having a rich, complex asset portfolio. You truly cannot determine the wealth of Facebook or the wealth of Bill Gates, because their money is not liquid. Their money is assets. Some of them have bought gold under the water. Some of them have bought landed properties. My mentor has bought an island. They've bought rivers. They've bought, oil blocks. You have to start thinking in terms of buying assets. So we have tangible assets and we have intangible assets. In the same way, we have liabilities. Liabilities, in my own definition, and according to Robert Kiyosaki, is anything that you possess that takes money away from you. Anything you possess that takes money from you is a liability. Anything that takes money away from you is a liability. Anything that takes money away from you is a liability. anything that has high maintenance value is a liability. So an addiction, a person, a product, a car, even a building can be a liability. So you see, so I'm sure you're surprised that a building can be a liability. So you built a house, and the cost of maintaining that house is so much, that means that's a liability, for heaven's sake. Or you bought a car and you're spending so much money trying to repair that vehicle, or you're spending so much money, it's not bringing you the money you desire, that is a liability. So a house can be an asset if the house was a school. A house is an asset if the house is used for rentals. A house is an asset if the house is to be sold. So a house is not an asset if you just built it for yourself to save rents. Because the truth of the matter is that you can create a school or a factory or rentals and still pay rent, and you don't need to live in your own house to have assets of houses. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all to you. So a car can be a liability and can also be an asset. It's a liability if you just bought it for luxury purposes. It's an asset if it's helping you to do business. If it's helping you to move and to help you to move, then it's an asset. So rich people don't buy luxury unless they have assets that can fund the luxury. Rich people don't buy luxury unless they have assets to fund the luxury. Poor people buy luxury, and that luxury becomes a liability. Rich people don't buy luxury. If they are ever going to buy luxury, they have an asset that is funding the luxury. Another thing that rich people do, is that they do not hold liquid cash. They quickly convert their cash into assets. That is what shows that you're financially intelligent. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. I already mentioned this. Anything you possess, tangible or intangible, that brings money to you or has high value is called asset. Liabilities, anything that you possess that takes money away from you, I mean, that's also a liability. All right. So basically what we're looking at is core things when it comes to financial intelligence is income. You must increase your income. You must make sure you're making money. And to do that, you have to sell, you have to buy cheap and sell high. Number two, you have to reduce your expenses. And I'm going to show you a few ideas if there's time today. Reduce your expenses. Number two, you have to determine your net worth. Your current net worth. You need to do a financial audit of your life and find out where you are financially, because the financial audit and your net worth determines the level of your financial intelligence, the robustness of your wallet, the fatness of your bank account, the fatness or the complexity of your asset portfolio determines whether or not you are financially intelligent or not your liquid cash necessarily, but all these other things I've mentioned. Of course, your assets and then your gross worth. That's what we need to understand. So now you have to pay attention to this and pay attention to it very carefully. Now, if you have income, I want you to do a simple assignment. I don't know how steady your income is, but get an exercise book today. And that exercise book, I want you to document your income and your expenses. That's a simple thing you can do for the next 30 days. Let's be like a 30 days challenge. And the first day, record all the income that you make. Anytime, every day, record the name of the source of the money and the amount. Make sure you put the date. At the flip side of the book, put the expenses. Whether you like it or not, every day you will spend money. Every day you spend money on transportation, on fuel, on keke or tricycle, on whatever, on food, on health. So do that. First day, second day, third day, develop the habit of doing it every day for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, open all your income sheet, the part where you have your income. Notice which one was blank, because there are some days you may not make money for those of you starting, so leave it blank. But obviously, even when the days of your income is blank, make sure that you record your expenses. There's no way you will not spend money. There's no way you will not spend money. So total your income and have a figure. Total your expenses and have a figure. When you subtract your expenses from your income and you have zero, it means that you are broke. When you subtract your expenses from your income and you have a negative sign that is minus 10,000 or minus 5,000 or minus 100,000, it means that you are in debt. The first time I did this in 2008, I had a negative sign for more than a year. Now, before I got to zero, when you subtract your expenses from your income and you have a positive start, it means that you are getting rich. Whatever amount of money you have, maybe it is 10 or 20, that is how much you are worth at that particular time. In the same vein, we can do this. I is income, E is expenses, N is net worth. When you subtract your expenses from your income, what you have is a net worth. A is asset, L is liability. When you subtract the liabilities like your debts, things that are taking money away from you, addiction, certain people, like if you do that simple exercise I've told you, when you start opening the expense sheet, you start noticing certain patterns, certain people always asking you for money. And that can you also notice certain addictions. Maybe it is coke, maybe it is drink. You see them always asking for money and you can find a way to stop it. All right, so when you subtract your liabilities from your assets, what you have is your net worth. Now, when you add up, if I go to make a company, I want to take over a company, the first thing I want to ask is, what's your income? Show me your books. I'm looking at your income, I'm looking at your expenses, the total of which is your G, and your G is your gross worth. I also do the same thing with your assets and liabilities. The assets plus liabilities, the total of which is your gross worth. Does that make any sense at all to anybody? So guys, I don't know if I made any sense at all. Have I made any sense? Let me see if I'm just talking to myself. Talk to me if you think I've made any sense at all. Talk to me if you think I've made any sense at all.
You're making sense. It's making sense.
I'm making good sense, right?
Making great sense.
The first thing, there are seven areas of your life that you must pay attention to. All right.
Making real sense.
All right,
making real sense.
All right. There are 7 areas of your life you must pay attention to. That's what makes you a master. Number one area of your life is your visioneering ability, your ability to visualize, as in to convert what you have in your head into pictures. So write that first thing down. Vision. You have a picture in your mind, you convert that picture into an idea or into a product, into something tangible. That is an area. Not everybody has that ability. And if you can do that, you're a pioneer, you're an entrepreneur, and it's a rare skill. The people who rule this world, who lead in this world, are people who have visionary skills. That's number one. The ability to convert their what's in their mind into their hand. The ability to convert thoughts into things is a skill that successful people have. Number 2 skill, communication skills. Before we wrap up these 30 days, I'm going to help you understand how to communicate effectively. You can have great ideas, but if you don't know how to communicate that idea, you will have issues. And communication is about connecting with people, casting your vision, and then convincing people. Connecting, casting, and convincing. That's what makes communication. Whether you are selling or whatever, you need to communicate. Number 3, leadership. What is leadership? The ability to work with people. The ability to work with people. So number 1 is vision. Number 2 is communication. Number 3 is leadership. 1 is too small a number to achieve greatness. Working with people. What is leadership? Leadership is your ability to influence others, to influence people. That is a very important skill that you must have. But beyond that, leadership is first influence before it is affluence. Before you are affluential, you must learn how to lead. Don't run away from a leadership business. Now, investment is good and very well so. eCooperative has an investment platform you can use and benefit, but don't run away from leadership businesses. Multi-level marketing enables you to lead. And the truth is that the first thing that network marketing does for you is that it exposes your leadership deficiency. The first thing that network marketing does for you is that it exposes your emotional immaturity. It shows how much of not a leader you are. Because if people are not following me, people are not doing the business with me, I don't know how to convince people because you're not truly a leader. Leadership is influence. Chinese proverb says that the man who thinks he leads and has nobody following him is only taking a stroll. The litmus acid test of leadership is followership. people have to follow you. And the more people follow you, the more successful you'll be. It's a skill of those who are masters. So don't run away from leadership businesses. Network marketing will eventually help you to build a team and build your leadership capacity. Does this make sense? So that's number 3. Number 4 is your ability to sell. To sell. Nothing succeeds until you sell. The world powers are involved in 2 things. China is involved in first manufacturing and then marketing. The organizations who succeed focus on sales. The individual who succeeds focus on sales. The man who can sell does not lack a job. The man who can sell is not jobless. The man who cannot sell will be unemployed. Unemployed people are proud people. They are too proud to start to sell. Unemployed people are fearful people. They are too afraid of rejection. They are too afraid because of their rejection. So they don't want their emotions to be battered, and therefore they refuse to sell, and therefore they remain unemployed, and therefore they remain poor. So selling is a vital skill to success. You don't sell your time, but you sell your product, you sell your service, you sell your skills in the marketplace, you sell a system, you sell an idea. If you don't have a product to sell somebody else's products. That's how to win. Number 5, because as you start to sell, you will start to get money. The 5th most important skill is financial intelligence, the ability to make money, manage money, and multiply the money that you have. It's a vital skill. Some people can make money, they're good at making money, they don't know how to manage it. They don't know how to overcome Parkinson's law. And in the coming days, we'll teach you that. They know how to make money, they don't know how to manage money, and worst case scenario, they don't know how to multiply money. That's a tripartite intelligence. Some people are good at making money. I know someone who made 200 million naira when he was retiring from ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil gave him 200 million naira. That's aside the fact that for close to 30 years he was earning huge in ExxonMobil, and when he was retiring from ExxonMobil, they gave him 200 million naira. I know the person personally. Today he is broke. He's broke, he's struggling. He got invested in so many kinds of things, and equipment just there. Nobody wants to buy those equipment. He knew how to generate money. He had the opportunity to make money, but again, he didn't understand how to manage his money. He didn't have the intelligence to manage money. Now, financial intelligence is also your ability to multiply it. There is an intelligence to multiply it, and there are certain markets that you can multiply your money. The cryptocurrency market is one of them. The forex market is one of them. Whether you like it or not, those are still the biggest financial markets in the world, and you've got to go and play them. You're going to have the intelligence to play in that market because it's a dirty and a rough place. You need guidance to help you to play in that market, because that's where you can multiply your money. Another place you can multiply your money is the real estate market. If you invest in real estate and you allow the property to stay over a period of time, it can compound into wealth untold. That's the real estate market. Is also a place you can multiply money. The multi-level marketing business is the only place you can multiply. You multiply your money. You will make so much money from the multi-level marketing because it's an intelligence. It's a leadership business, and leadership is greater than selling. Selling makes you to get linearly. You can just earn, but leadership helps you to multiply your result because you're working with team people. You're working with a lot of people. And that's what network marketing does for you. So it's a space where you can multiply your money. Don't run away from that space. It's huge. A few years ago, in 2019, I had a speaking engagement with a certain company. I don't want to mention the name of the company, multi-level marketing company. And the man who came to pick me from the hotel room, he took me to his place. He said, George, he used to be a keke driver. He drove me with his Jeep. He said, a year ago, I used to ride keke. I used to ride a tricycle in this particular park. And when he got to that point, everybody was greeting him and saying, oh boy, how far? You don't go do jazz. I could hear the side talks. He told me even that they were assuming that he did jazz. What happened to him? Somebody came with an opportunity. The opportunity came disguised as serious work, as talking to people, as helping people to join a certain business. And he found, because he was tired of that kind of life that he was living. Some of you are not tired yet. Some of you have not been pushed to the world. Some of you have options. You have options. That's why you're still where you are. You have options. You have plenty of options. Some of you are satisfied with your peanut salary. You've become addicted like cocaine with your peanut salary. But this man said, enough is enough. He was tired of it. And you know what? He picked up that opportunity. And for 1 year, he poured his soul. He had no other option. He converted should to must. He converted I can to I will. And he pushed. He talked to people. He faced rejection, but every day he picked up himself and kept doing it. And trust me, what happened to him? His life exploded. In 1 year, he moved from riding a keke to qualifying to get a Jeep. And he drove that same Jeep to that spot. It will only happen in the multi-level marketing industry. You don't have the money to invest enough in Forex or in crypto to get that kind of money. You need to put in a lot of money for you to get that kind of money. So you need to still do network marketing. And that's why in some of your cryptocurrency businesses that you mention and refer, they will still tell you to do a referral business so you can raise your capital and invest more. Do you get this? So financial intelligence is the fifth skill. The sixth skill is goal setting and activity management. The ability to plan your life on a weekly basis and daily basis. I'm right now in my room touching this, and I can tell you I've planned my entire week. The number of calls I'm going to make, the number of people I'm going to reach out to, because you see, I've planned everything, the goals, the activities, all of my activities have been planned throughout the year, throughout the week, throughout the months. It's a skill. Not everybody has that skill. My prospect list, my activity list, my priority list are all intact for the week. It's a skill. And the seventh skill is called emotional intelligence. What does that mean? You have ability to take failure and achieve success. You see, when Oscar Wilde said that you are emotionally intelligent when you don't allow failure to attack your heart, nor do you allow failure to get into your head. What that means is that you are emotionally intelligent even when failure comes to you, when you're disappointed, when you are rejected, you will still get yourself back up. You don't have to feel good, but you've just got to do this thing. You keep talking to people, you keep fine-tuning your ideas. That is emotional maturity, and that's emotional intelligence. It's a skill very few people have. Emotional intelligence is when you have achieved all the success in the world, when you're making so much money, you are still level-headed. You're still open to learning, because success can still become your undoing. The old methods can fail you. You're still open, you're still humble to learn and to still continue. You're still able to work with your people. That is another level. It's an intelligence that very few people have. 7 skills. And that's why as I teach you this today, I want to encourage you. Let me show you a few more things on my slide. And maybe we'll continue this because I need to show you practical steps, not just theoretical steps, practical steps on how you can literally do stuff. I don't want to, that's why I like eCooperative. eCooperative brings people like us to be involved in training. You have the opportunity to learn a whole lot. I'm going to show you quite a bit. We have 6 more days, but I can assure you one thing, that your time will not be wasted. Come and learn. Invite your people to learn. Invite your people to learn what they need to do to succeed. What did I want to show you? Okay, I'm going to just show you a few things and then we'll call it up, wrap for today. Okay. So I want to talk about savings in cryptocurrency, because savings is important. Maybe we'll continue this conversation tomorrow. Maybe we will continue this conversation tomorrow about why you need to save in cryptocurrency. But hey, guys, if you're just coming for the first time, I stumbled upon an opportunity, and that opportunity changed my life. All right, that opportunity changed my life. It's 30 days old, 31 days old today, about a month, and that opportunity changed my life. That opportunity is called ecooperative.africa. I'm not going to go over all the details. I'm going to go over how you can become a part of it. I encourage people to do multi-level marketing. In fact, do not start a business without starting a multi-level marketing business. Now, eCooperative is a cooperative with an MLM twist. It's a cooperative with an MLM twist. I mean, it has everything. If there was time today, I will take it, maybe tomorrow, I'll take you to my a dashboard and show you some step-by-step things. eCooperative is a massive platform, and the vision of the organization is huge. Everything, all of the things I'm sharing with you here is on the website. Most of you have not even taken time to read the website. Go to the website, read up the vision and the mission of the organization. Of course, their core value is learning. Their core value is contribution sharing, peer-to-peer, investments while you're still learning. All right. It's also a brainchild of 3 organizations. 2 of them are registered businesses. One is a web development / IT company. The other is a training organization. And one is a foundation. All right. The core strengths of eCooperative is the ability for you to raise funds. Most people think, how do I raise funds? There are many ways you can raise funds on eCooperative. One, you can raise funds through the MLM platform. That's one way. If you're not interested in MLM, you can also raise funds through the eCommerce platform, which will be launched on the 21st. You can raise funds through the eCommerce platform. You can just wait 21st, you get your products. Even if they're not your products, go snap other people's products, upload, put your phone number, get calls, and go and sell. Share the links and go and sell. So you can start that way. You can also raise funds through savings, through cryptocurrency. You can actually, right now, as I speak to you today, dollar is now 550 naira. I told you already that it's going to hit 1,000 naira. And if you're smart, you buy dollars now, at least buy cryptocurrency or buy USDT and store it. And we have in eCooperative, we have a marriage with BitNop. Go to your cooperative, download that BitNop, get registered, and then send help and support. You can start with 5,000 naira, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, 300,000, 400,000. Get the dollar equivalent and store it there in USDT at least. If you're afraid of Bitcoin because of its volatility, at least store the money in USDT. As dollar rises, USDT also rises against the naira. That's a form of FX too. All right, so you can store the money there and also raise money. When it now gets higher, you liquidate it and then you do your business. You can also be involved. There's loans. In eCooperative, loans will be showing up, but your loans will be dependent on the savings that you have. And eCooperative also, one other thing that you can do in that space, there's something called project or crowdfunding. What that means is, also is that you can crowdfund for projects that you want to do. All of that is in that website that we're talking about. It is huge. It is massive. It's not child's play. It's not competing with any of your multi-level marketing. Most of you come to me, I'm already involved in this business. I'm already in that. There's no problem. Come and advertise it in eCooperative. It's about collaboration for Africa. One strong core value that you will get in eCooperative that you will not get anywhere else is learning. I'm sure, for example, the quality of information I've gotten today and many more we have received in the last 27 days from different resource persons is learning. You get to access quality information, materials that will help you, videos, audios, ebooks on specific industries that will help you move your business forward. That's another thing. Then you can also save your money on the platform. You can buy. Most of you are itching for the investment. The investment platform will soon pop open very soon, I think before December or January, where you can put your money and let your money work for you. For those of you who want to save, there's a space for saving in Naira. There's already a space for saving in crypto. Go and download the BitNop app on the platform and then start saving in crypto. All right. For those of you who want loans, as you save, you can get loans. So those are the things coming up. You can also buy and sell. So this is summary of what they do in eCooperative: savings, raising funds, investment, e-commerce, crowdfunding, and eLearning. So I'm going to just jump, to this point. How do you participate? eCooperative runs a decentralized form of business. They say to you guys, don't give the cooperative money, support somebody, donate to somebody who is already in the system. So that's you. You need to have a sponsor. You can't join the business without having a sponsor. Someone invited you to this meeting, go look for that person and let the person be your sponsor. All right. So you get a referral link, the person, and register. And then basically, what do you need to have in this business? You need to have a phone number, an email, and a bank account. All right. Once you register your money to the person, you're going to get a welcome pack, a digital marketing training on your dashboard. You have access to the savings, you have access to the e-commerce, and you also have an investment platform. You cannot benefit from all of these things. You cannot download the BitNup app. You cannot trade on the platform, like sell your product if you're not already a member. And that happens, that is activated when you give somebody the money, give your sponsor that money. All right, so basically the marketing plan is simple. You need to work with the power of 4, work with 4 quality people. Again, work with 4 quality people as you begin the business, and you're good to go. Let's begin. All right, so I'm going to show you quickly what happens. This is you're on level 0. Once you register on anybody's link, you're on level 0. But for you to move to level 1, you have to give your immediate sponsor 2,000 naira. For you to move to level 1, you give person, that beautiful lady there, let's call her Jane. You give her 2,000 naira. She receives the money and activates you for level 1. Once she has activated you from level 1, ecooperative.africa sends you products, information to your dashboard, what's more than the 2K, and then also enables you to receive 2,000 naira from your first 4. You invite 4 persons to join the business, and each of them, with your referral link, by the way, and each of them will give you 2,000 naira amounting to 8K. If each of them give you 2,000 naira, you will get 8,000 naira in your bank account. That money is paid directly to your bank account. They come from 4 persons, and they too also receive the benefits, the welcome package from ecooperative.africa. If 8,000 naira is your goal, you can exit the program. But if you want more, all you simply have to do is click on upgrade on the platform. And when you click on upgrade on the platform, the person who invited your sponsor, Jane, his details will appear, his account details or his BitNup wallet will appear. Let's call that person Joe. You will take 4,000 naira and give to Joe. Now, when your 4 persons invite 4 each, that will be 16 people at your second generation. Those people will also at some point want to move to level 2. Because you have given Joe 4,000, you've activated your level 2 income. So the 16 persons, when they want to move to level 2, will see your details on their dashboard, and each of them will give you 4,000 naira each, amounting to 64,000 naira. That is 4,000 naira in 16 places from 16 people will be 64,000 naira. If that's your financial goal, if that's what you wanted to raise money for, the system is designed not to allow your downlines to be stranded. But if you want more, you click on upgrade, and the third person, let's call her Kate, her details will appear. Kate is the sponsor of Joe, who is a sponsor of Jane, who is your direct upline, who is your sponsor. So you take 8,000 naira and give to Kate. 16 persons will invite 4 persons each, amounting to 64 persons on your third generation. When the third generation people want to move to level 3, just like you gave 8,000 naira to Kate, your details will appear on all of their dashboards, and they will give you 8,000 naira each, amounting to 512,000 naira. If that's your financial goal, that is $500,000, like Kingsley would say, or that's that's about $1,000, slightly above $1,000, less than $1,000, but about that. You can say, okay, I want to leave now, or I want to move to the last level. When you click on upgrade, the last person, let's call him Philip. His details will appear. You take 16,000 naira and give to Philip for the 4th generation upline of yours. 64 persons to bring 4 people each, amounting to 256 persons. When they want to move to level 4, just like you gave 16,000 naira to Philip, your details will appear on 256 people's dashboards, and each of them will give you 16,000 naira each, amounting to 4,960,000 naira. Now, mind you, for every level that you upgrade to, there is a learning material package that is sent to you to your dashboard. Plus, for every level that you go to, in the e-commerce platform, your ranking in the e-commerce platform goes higher. People can easily see your product and services if you're on level 4. If you're on level 4 on the platform, when you advertise your products, it will be given top priority than if you're just a level 1 person. So you have more value, you have more access, using any of this, going to the highest level. So let's look at your account balance. The total amount of money you earned, that is the 8,000 you earned from 4 persons, the 64,000 you earned from 16 persons, the 512,000 you earned from 64 persons, the 4,096,000 you earned from 256 people, totaled or have the totaling 4,680,000 naira. Yes. Okay. The upgrade cost, the 2,000 you give to Jane, the 4,000 you give to Joe, the 8,000 you give to Kate, the 16,000 you give to Philip, total 30,000 naira. Total that. When you subtract 30,000 naira from 4,680,000 naira, you have 4,650,000 naira. You only began with 2,000 naira and 4 quality people, and that's how you did. All right. So you have to give 2,000 to get 8,000 to your 4th generation upline. you have to give 4,000 naira to get 64,000 from your second generation up downlines. You have to give 8,000 naira to your third generation upline to receive 512,000 naira from your third generation downlines. You have to give 16,000 to your fourth generation upline to receive 4,096,000 naira from your fourth generation downlines. It's just a power of 4. You don't have to bring all of them. Just bring 4 quality people who can do the same thing, who can duplicate. And if you have 4, 16, 64, 256, a maximum of 340 persons in your downline, all of them upgrading, all of them bringing their persons and helping the persons, you will succeed in this business. Tomorrow, I want to show you some beautiful tricks you can use to get this business and achieve this business faster and faster. So with 2,000 naira in this system, or in the MLM system of eCooperative, you can generate 4 million naira. Do we have any questions? Do you have any questions? Any questions? Please, sir, help us increase our training days. What I learned is too unique indeed. Help us increase our training days. You can increase the training days. My question. Okay. All right, guys. Someone said, let's see one last question. We are already out of time. So I've requested on support in order to fund my wallet. Okay, Evangelist Kingdom. Okay, Evangelist Kingdom, I'd like you to reach out to me. If you're hearing this, reach out to me. Or I don't know if you have my number. Let me send you my number. Reach out to me. Where's Kingdom? Where's your details here? Okay. I've sent you my WhatsApp number. Chat with me. I'll tell you how to go about it. Okay. Any other question? Did we make sense? Put in the subject matter if this makes sense. Sir, I need more. My Prince says I need more financial intelligence knowledge. Okay, that's good. We'll continue teaching tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll take it to the next level. I'll break down some specific things you need to know about. I'll redefine financial intelligence and show you more things. Tomorrow, you don't want to miss it. Then on Tuesday, we'll talk about Forex. We'll educate us. We'll make Forex look like child's play. We'll make Forex look like something very simple that tomorrow, you can go to the market and just play in that market. I'll bring an expert to break it down so that you will not have to give anybody your money anymore. If you're going to play in the Forex market, you go straight to the FS market and do what you have to do. All right. So that will happen on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then Thursday, we'll wrap up this whole program and then wish all of us the best. So from then on forward, what we're going to do is subsequently, we're going to have meetings. I'll tell us details. Somebody raise up his hands. Let me just take one more question. What's one question before we wrap up today? Coach says, McDonald saying, Coach, the request to increase the training days is highly supported. It may not be every day, but this fuel you are giving totally is human MBA school. All right, we'll think about it. Let's finish the 30 days first. Let's wrap up these 30 days first. We'll think about increasing the days and bringing more persons. We have more resource persons we want to bring to join. Any other question? Any question? Okay, thank you. I also love you, Mark Prince. God bless you. Today is the most powerful lecture I've attended. Kingdom, Anika, is that so? Yeah, you need to go back. You need to go back to the trainings. A lot of trainings have been done. A lot of trainings have been done that are equally very powerful. Any question? Any person wants to ask a question? I'm waiting.
Do we have these things recorded, the training?
Yes, very recorded. Are you a member of the cooperative? Are you a member of the eCooperative?
Yes, I am.
All right. Oh, fine. Okay, that's fantastic. So you simply have to go to the eCooperative YouTube channel. Go to, and then you should be in a WhatsApp group where your community, you get access to the channel, and then you can download these things. It'll be available by tomorrow. You'll see them. If you have those details sent to you. All right. So all of this and much more on practically everything. Let me say this to you. I really respect MLM companies that you are part of. A lot of people tell me, I'm part of this, I can't do this one. I said, the one difference, the one unique thing we have going for us here in eCooperative is that the quality and the depth of learning that we experience in eCooperative is by far higher and better than any other network marketing company that you're involved with. And I dare you to prove me otherwise. Most organizations usually would focus on you making the money and focus on you making the money. While it is true, okay, look at the admin has sent the details. That's the Facebook stuff. That's the details. You can click on that. While it is true that these companies focus on making money, we also want you to make money, but we are first focused on you having the understanding. And that's why one of our core value is learning. Understand why, have understanding that you succeed. So if we're not, that's why I said that I've told most of my members, I said, your goal is not to force people to join eCooperative. Your goal is not to go and tell them about eCooperative. Invite them to come and hear first. That's what you should do. Don't struggle trying to convince people to join your business. Invite them to come and hear. Invite them to go to the YouTube channel and download and listen. Then when they are heard and they are satisfied, they will make informed decisions. I think it's better. Everyone deserves the right to hear about the opportunity and make the right decision, not to be forced or to be manipulated to doing that business. And that's what makes us different from others. We say, don't force anybody. I know it's just 2,000 naira to start with, all right, or 30,000 naira in total, but don't manipulate anyone to get into your business. Let them come and hear first. Today, I had several meetings. If you're a leader in this meeting and you want me to have a private Zoom meeting, if you're in my team particularly though, you want me to have a private meeting with you. I had like 3 or 4 sessions today on Zoom. I used my own Zoom link. I went to them. I got their prospect, and we had conversations. I showed them everything, showed them all the tricks. And after these 30 days, I'll probably be doing that for some of you here. Just tell me about the people you want to invite. Let somebody else talk to them about your opportunity. Don't do it at the beginning. Later on, when you get a full understanding of the scope of this business, you can start telling people about it. And also tell that to your downlines. Don't let them rush into the marketplace to start telling people about the business. People would ask them questions they may not be able to answer. Tell those downlines to invite their prospects to you, who has a better understanding at that time, and then you can share the opportunity. That system is a better model. And then don't try to sell to people. Teach. Teaching is greater than selling. People would resist a salesperson, but they would embrace the gift of knowledge from a teacher. So position yourself as teachers. And I want to encourage everyone here to do the same thing that I've just done and we're doing. We're teaching you. So if at the end of the day you came for this meeting and you're not interested in joining eCooperative, fine and good. It means that you don't understand our model fine, you prefer your own, that's great. But we'd rather have people that are taught and have understanding than people who are sold on us. Maybe tomorrow they become disenfranchised or disillusioned. And so I just give my money, I didn't understand the business. So come and have understanding first before you join. I want to thank everyone for being part of this class. Tomorrow will be hotter. We will continue this conversation. We'll look at we'll look at financial intelligence at a deeper level. We'll look at preserving your wealth. Preserving, not just making money. We'll go down and start looking at how to manage your money, how to preserve your wealth, and how to pass on the wealth. The challenge Africa has is transgenerational wealth. So we have a problem with that. We know how to make money, we probably know how to manage money, but we don't know how to transfer the money to the next generation. We don't know how to transfer it. So we're going to also learn it so that from now, you start developing the equity and the dexterity and the intelligence to pass down whatever thing you're doing now to your children and others your children. We're going to look at that tomorrow as we continue. Thank you guys for coming today, and God bless you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.